everyone, my name is Samantha Marquez. Today we are going to be installing and configuring Windows deployment services in Windows Server 2019, as well as IIS installing. First off, there are a couple prerequisites to installing WDS. We're going to open our Oracle Virtual Machine VirtualBox. Once open, we're going to locate our Windows Server 2019. Going in Settings, we're going to go into Storage, and here's where we're going to add one or two of the prerequisites. First, you're going to right-click and add an optical drive. You'd want to choose your client server or either Windows 7 or 8. And once selected, select Choose. There's two parts to add another partition. You can either right-click and select Hard Disk and select one of your Windows Server 2019 pre-disclosed partitions and leave it here. Once that is complete, now power on your Windows Server 2019. Once logged in, we must check off each prerequisite before installing WDS. This server, which we'll be using for our deployment server, must be a domain member server or a domain controller. If you watch previous videos, we have promoted our Windows Server 2019 to our Active Directory domain controller. That video will be linked down below. Next, we must ensure that our DNS and DHCP is configured correctly on our Windows Server 2019. So let's go check that now. If you want a tutorial on how to install both DNS and DHCP, those videos will be linked down below as well. So once you open up Server Manager, you're going to open Tools, and then you're going to go down to DNS. Then you're going to drop down this menu of your Windows Server, and right-click on your Windows Server and launch NSLookup. You should see your IP address here, and once it's here, your DNS is correctly configured. Close off both of these, then come back into Server Manager. You're going to go onto Tools and go down to DHCP. Once you're on your DHCP, gonna drop down this menu, drop down IP version 4, and open your scope. An IP version 4 scope is configured with an address pool. Open your address pool. Your address pool should have your configured address range and excluded addresses. So as you can see, our first one is our set range, and then our first 10 IP addresses in the scope. Next prerequisite is to have a drive partition created. So we're going to close this. There are two ways to get to your drive partition. You can check by opening File Manager, this PC, and you can see we have created a file partition here from what we did in our Oracle VM. Another way to do it is to right click on Start and go to Device Manager. Once this is open, you're going to go into your disk drives, just right here, and you're going to see your C drive. This is the second way to get allocated space. So you right click, choose shrink volume. This might take some time. This is the total size. This is the size available for shrinkage, and you can enter the amount you want to shrink here. Once completed, press shrink. I've already done that, so here's my unallocated space. You're going to right click on your unallocated space and select New Simple Volume. Once you select that, a wizard will pop up. You're going to press Next. Going to leave all this as is. Press Next again. You're going to assign the letter for the drive, or you can leave it as is. Once completed, press Next. And you want to set your file system to NTFS. Once that is selected, press Next. And now you can see your summary of everything you just done. And now you press Finish. Now you have created a new volume of F drive. You're going to close this. You can format it. Make sure it's NTFS and press Stop. Close. Okay. Now you have ensure that you have mounted your ISO file for deployment. Any version of Windows 10 ISO file must be mounted. That's what we did in Oracle VM before we opened our Windows server. As you can see right here, this is our Windows 10 ISO file. And as you can see, this is our new volume F drive, as well as our additional local disk H. So we're going to close this. And now we're going to begin installation of our WDS. You're going to select Add Roles and Features in Server Manager. Press Next. Leave as role-based or feature-based installation. Press Next again. Ensure you select from a server from the server pool. Press Next. And now at the very bottom, you're going to select Windows Deployment Services. Once selected, add features and then select Next. Select Next again. And these are things you need to note about your Windows Deployment Services. You can read this if you like. Then press Next. Ensure these two are selected for your role services and then press Next. This is your confirmation of everything you just did. You can select Restart the destination server automatically if required. Press Yes and install. This might take a couple minutes. I'll be back once it's completed. Installation succeeded on our Windows Server 2019. Now we're going to close, and it's time to configure our WDS. In Server Manager, you're going to select Tools, and you're going to select Windows Deployment Services. Might have to scroll down a little bit, it's at the bottom. Select, and you're going to drop, you can see here Windows Deployment Services, drop down Servers, you'll see your server name, right click, and configure server. You can read this if you like. To continue, press next. You're going to leave this selected, integrated with Active Directory. This server is a member of Active Directory Domain Services. A domain controller for ADDS. Select next. Now you're going to change to your installation folder of your partition. So you go into File Explorer, this PC, and you can see your file location is F. Go back into your Windows Deployment Services configuration wizard and just take off C and put F. Now press next. Next again, leaving these two selected. And on the screen, your PXE server initial settings, you're going to change the option Respond to all client computers, known and unknown. Select next. Once this is completed, you are required to start the service manually. Press Finish. You're going to select this, right click, All Tasks, and Start. As you can see, our service has been started successfully. Press OK. Now to ensure the installation is done on your drive partition that you created, open back your File Explorer, select this PC, select New Volume, and as you can see, the remote install folder is here. Now let's test if this remote install folder is shared. So you're going to right click Properties, go to Sharing, and as you can see, it's being shared at the moment. Press OK. Installation media of Windows 10 has been mounted. Now to add Windows 10 boot and install images. So now go back to our Windows Deployment Services. You're going to drop down on our server and locate boot images. You're going to right click on boot image and add a boot image. Now you'll be prompted to locate for the file. So press browse, this PC, scroll down, select your Windows 10 ISO, press open, select the file that says sources, and then you're going to see boot.wim. Gonna select that and open. Press next. You can add your version of Windows 10 for record. as in Windows 10 setup. Once completed, select Next. This is just a summary of everything you just did. Continue. And once the boot image is added, we will select Finish. Our boot image has been successfully added. Now to add install image. So locate the file that says install image, right click, and add install image. Choose a group name of your choice. I'm going to put client server. Next. And now we're going to browse for the file location. Drive, open, sources. And as you can see here, you're going to select install.wim. Open. Next. Select the version you would like to install. As I'm using Windows 10 Pro, I'm going to leave this selected. Press Next. This is a summary of everything you just did. Continue. And it should start installing. As you can see, our image has been added successfully. Close this. Our Windows deployment system has been successfully installed and configured. Windows 10 can now be distributed to client machines on the network. Now to install our IIS. We're going into our Server Manager again. Add roles and features. Next. Leave role-based and feature-based installation. Next. Select a server from the server pool. Next. And then you're going to locate web server IIS. As you can see, I only have 10 out of 43 installed. Gonna select the little arrow to drop down here. You're going to select the one that you do not have installed. For me, it's FTP server. Next. Next. Restart the destination server automatically if required. This is your confirmation screen, and then install. As you can see, installation has succeeded. Close, and we're going to select IIS in our server manager, and as you can see, our server is here. We have completed the installation of our IIS and the deployment of our Windows deployment system. Thank you very much. Hope you have a good day.